Hi guys, welcome to Nunantum Tech. My name is Ricky. Today we'll be testing Fallout 4, running on the Ryzen 5 3500X, paired with 16 gigabytes of RAM, running on dual channel with XMP enabled, and I'm pairing it with an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660 Super. Here are the specs of the GPU on Tech Power Up's GPU Z. So one thing to remember about Fallout 4 is that all the physics and everything is tied to the FPS. So in order for me to perform any kind of test that would be relevant, in my opinion, I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep an eye on the CPU and GPU percentages on the overlay. So I made the overlay a little bit bigger so that way we can keep an eye on the GPU and CPU percentages and temperatures. And just overall the how the assets of the CPU are being used. I suspect that the average frame rate is going to be pretty stable, so we'll see. On the meantime, I want to do a nice something that would include both city and the countryside. So we're gonna fast travel to Diamond City. Okay, very good. So we're standing outside the main entrance on Diamond City, and we're gonna test ultra versus low settings. See how they compare. Hopefully the difference in image quality comes across in the capture card. Otherwise, I'll do my best to try to tell you guys about it. Let's get started. We're still gonna count the FPS anyway because I want to see if I see any spikes or any drops while we're running. Overall, it's staying pretty stable. $76, $77, $75. And we're gonna go ahead and stop counting the FPS over here. And now let's go ahead and switch over to the low settings. Alright, very good. So we're under the low settings, and let's see how much that affects in terms of like percentage and utilization, and see if we can notice a difference. Let's go ahead and see if we can load a previous save. Very good. And we can try to replicate the run as much as possible. And that's something that I'd like to do whenever I have games that don't have a built-in benchmark. I'd like to do my best to try to compare or get as close as possible to the previous run as I can. Very good. Okay, so we're going to get started with counting the FPS once we're out here. The difference between high and low settings is quite noticeable. All the textures become much softer. And you can see where they kind of do a little bit of cutting to get the system to run, and it is helpful in other systems, but in this system it barely makes a difference. So let's take a look. We're gonna go ahead and start counting FPS and try to repeat the run as much as we can. Hi, Mr. Raiderman. Sorry guys, but I got a test to do. Okay, very good. Difference in utilization is quite noticeable. 31, 33. Alright, let's see if we can find some of those ghouls. Or not. Go to sleep. Alright, let's go hang out with the super mutants. Overall, I'm going to share the frame rate on the screen only because it's pretty much 60 FPS. There's a couple of dips here and there, but those are just the system, just Fallout 4 being Fallout 4, I guess, because even throughout the whole time the frame rate chart has been completely stable. But there is a noticeable difference between the GPU utilization when we go from low settings to high settings. We go from somewhere around 70%, between 70 to 75%, all the way over to down to around 39%, between 39 and 45%, when you're using the low settings. So in my opinion, if you have a system like this, you should just leave it on ultra settings and you'll be perfectly fine. This is an old game after all, so it's not surprising, but I hope you guys find this useful at all. I post new benchmarks every week, and I really hope you guys would consider subscribing. Who knows, maybe in the future I might increase the amount of benchmarks that I do, but for now I'm limiting it to once a week due to time constraints. In any case, thank you so much for watching. My name is Ricky, this was Momentum Tech, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye bye for now.